Welcome to John Kleis Car Audio's YouTube channel. Today behind me is this absolutely stunning coloured Porsche Boxster 981 chassis? Yeah, 981 chassis. Really quite rare colour. Reminds me of BMW 3 Series E46 colour back in the day called Messing Metallic. I don't think I've ever seen a Porsche in this colour. All with these wheels, this spec. Beautiful example. Anyway, enough waffling about the model of the car. I'll tell you what though, check this out. The actual air vents are colour coded to the car. It's actually quite a nice little touch, that is. Probably a £1,000 option knowing Porsche. Anyway, this customer's come in because a few things really. A, wanted Apple CarPlay because this is a Gen 1 as it were. Well, I say Gen 1, it's before they put Apple CarPlay on the PCM system because PCM 3.1. Wanted more bass because the factory Bose upgrade wasn't quite enough. And he wanted some little ambient light in the footwells. I'm gonna start you off on the outside of the car because we've installed a subwoofer in the boot of this. Bit different to how we would normally do subwoofers in Boxsters. We'd normally try and maybe hide one in the front somewhere, but there wasn't really any space due to the seat positions, have to go all the way back. So we've gone to the boot for this one. This is the Audison active 8-inch box, the APBX8AS. Now it uses obviously a bit of the trunk space, however the customer has still got the frunk for storage in the front, so he was happy to lose a bit of boot space. And believe it or not, we had our reservations about doing this because the first time we put a sub in the back of one of these Boxsters, because of, you can imagine the engine's in the way, you've got a bulkhead, a firewall, but there's actually ventilation areas that go from the boot into the car, and you can actually hear the subwoofer in this spec. So, you know, it's one of those things, you've got to suck it and see sometimes, and actually it worked well. The subwoofer makes a big difference to bass in this car. Then what we've done is, I'll get into the interior of the car. We've added some Footwell lighting, which as you can see in the daylight, you can just see about there. It's all controlled via an application on your phone. We've let it to the matching green to match the interior and the exterior, as you can see. Comes on with ignition, just so he has a bit of ambient lighting when he's driving, really. That's all it's for. You can change the colour to whatever you want via the Govee app. If you know Govee, they do a lot of gaming lights, TV lights, and loads of LED lights. It's a good brand. It's one of the better ones of the Chinese ambient lighting kits out there. But then Apple CarPlay. Probably the main reason you want to watch this video is because we've added Apple CarPlay to a PCM 3.1 system. My phone's already connected because I've already connected it automatically. However, just to show you the basics, if I push the source button and go back to the home screen and say go for it to FM, how you would select CarPlay on this kit is very simple. You push the source button and you push the factory TV tuner button, and then that brings up Apple CarPlay. Now the customer's got CarPlay on the touchscreen, which is good. It's not a capacitive touchscreen like your iPhone, so you do have to put a bit of pressure on it and drag it. You can't just use it at the end of your finger, otherwise look what happens. It doesn't work. So you have to make sure you put pressure on the screen and drag it, just like the old touchscreens, vintage touchscreens. That's what this Porsche is. Or, if you don't want to put fingerprints on your screen, you can handily use the rotary dial and just turn it around and click it. Really nice option. So you can just go to Tidal, you can use Spotify app. I'm sorry if you can see the scroll on the screen, that's just the frame rates of the lens of the camera not quite being compatible with the screen. It's not the actual screen in my eyes. Go to rotary dial, select yes, and then just play music. Just like that. Very, very simple to use. And then if you want to get out and go back to your Porsche system, you can just push the source button and change back to the other options. I'm going to get this information in important. When you put in Apple CarPlay retrofits on these cars, or any car for that matter, you can't really listen to FM radio, AM radio, DAB radio, or CD. Reason being is because you've got to be on either Bluetooth audio as a source for CarPlay to work for music, or you've got to be on TV as a source, meaning you can't be on the other sources. If you go onto the other sources, you get no Siri functionality, so you can't hear Siri talking back to you. You don't get phone calls, so you can't hear people in the car on some installations, and you don't hear navigation voices. So you need to make sure you download internet radio apps like, you know, Radio Player, Rayo, Global Player, Virgin Radio. There's quite a few internet radio apps where you get tens of thousands of channels. That is one caveat with these upgrades. Make sure you understand that you've got to switch over to internet radio, which the coverage is okay. It's not perfect, but it is okay. So the customer hasn't lost any functionality on the PCM unit. He can still go through all the factory settings, car information, and all the like. But if he wants to go into the Apple CarPlay, he just pushes the source button, goes to TV, the factory TV option, for example, on the touchscreen, and it works perfectly, just like that. His reverse camera still works as well. So factory reverse camera is going to work. Ignore the parking sensors going off. It's because I've got a John Kleis sponsored number plate on the front. Sensors are picking that up. So everything works as original. Or if your box doesn't have a reverse camera, guess what? We can add one too, which is nice. Now, what we've done, because it has a subwoofer, what we've done is we put a subwoofer controller to allow the customer to adjust the bass independent just there. So it's a little knob, you turn it right to turn it up, and you turn it left to turn it down. It was quite a subtle position, Also means that when you sell the car, because it's carpet down there, you could actually just rough up the carpet and hide the hole we've made for the sub-controller, which is nice. And it means that the customer doesn't have to mess around with the bass on the head unit, which is going to adjust the bass to all the speakers, which you don't want to do. You just want to adjust the subwoofer volume, and that's where it is. This is a rather rare coloured Porsche Boxster 981. This is Connor. This is John Kleis' YouTube channel. See you soon.